Welcome back. In the first session, we discussed and we have seen the first scenario about the bootloader malware, where we have examined the payload which is executed by the SVC host through PowerShell, and we decoded the basic default string. We identified that there is a one stage payload, the first stage payload which belongs to the bootloader, a malware, and now we will be discussing the second scenario. If you haven't watched my first video yet, you can refer the first video in the live session. I will be creating a playlist as well, which will help you to go through the session and identify the videos in a sequence. Yeah, I will be discussing the second scenario now, the second real attack through a log. Okay, so what is the second scenario now? Let's see. Transform, stretch to screen. Okay, I hope now you can see the videos and the video and the word file with this content clearly. Yeah, so the second scenario is starting on 31st August. So I'm just referring it. Is it the second payload of the first attack or is it another attack? Okay, so I can say this was happened on 13 September and this is before that. Yeah, so I'm not considering they both are belongs to each other or there is any correlation, but I will be referring and doing the investigation to see what attack we have identified in the same attack in the second scenario, and if there is any correlation, there is any file which belongs to the previous attack or later attack maybe. But let's see. So now this is the second scenario where we have seen some activity being logged on 31st August 6:30 p.m. We have seen some Microsoft Managed Services Intune Windows agent connected to this particular IP address on 443. Okay, some agent connected to this particular IP address. Let me see the external IP address also. I am checking the IP location. Always whenever we have a doubt or something which can be good or bad IP address, checking the IP information is very important for that. I'm checking on the abuse IPTP because that gives information about if any IP address is doing an attack or not. So this is a Microsoft IP address that it belongs to Microsoft domain, and I will be checking now about this particular application. What is this application? So guys, when you are doing the investigation, this is important for you also to understand that whatever you are analyzing, you should know about it. If you don't know, please do the research to know and get to know about what is the purpose of this, then only you can conclude. So I can say this is the legit application, which is Microsoft Intune. It basically, let me use for it manages user access and simplifies app and device management across your many devices, including mobile, desktop computers, and virtual endpoints. Yeah, so it's a cloud-based endpoint management solution. Okay, fine. I am not seeing any suspicious activity first in the first log. I am analyzing as a fresher. Okay, I have never investigated such attack in the past, and that's the reason I'm going through each and every step which an analyst and you should always follow when you are doing an investigation. Okay, so then next is basically the SVC host, then some parameters. Okay, you remember we discussed about some bus station where the user is a driver and the process is a bus. So understand, the bus is a process. Wherever the bus is going, there is someone controlling that bus. Okay, and we have to maybe see the route, which route a driver used, followed. Okay, how many times he had stopped the bus. So these are things are the parameters. Whenever a process is executed, process is running, there might be the parameters and there will be parameters for the execution. For example, you can see it for the example this service.exe. We can see this is the parameters being passed. Bits is I think business intelligence transfer stream. Let me see the full form of the bits. Basically, it's looking for the background data transfer. Let me verify. BITS in Windows. Okay, it's for the bits basically background intelligence. Yeah, background intelligent data transfer service. Basically, it's again a kind of a component which look for the data transfer or for example your machine looking for the updates, they might be using the bits as a background for transferring the data. If I will be going through the definition on the internet available, bits use idle bandwidth to transfer data. Normally bit transfer data in the background. Bits will only transfer data whenever there is a bandwidth which is not being used by other application. Okay, so it's required. I have seen this usually required for the updates, but I can also go through the definitions available in the internet. Bits playing important role where it download files from the Microsoft servers or the peer servers to install updates. Okay, so you may be seeing this particular bit to be can be misused by the attacker for downloading the payload from the internet also. But in this case, I'm not seeing anything suspicious or malicious during this. Okay, so this is all the process execution and the parameters passed. I will be now looking to all these process and their executions and the parameters passed, and I will be stopping there where I will find something suspicious or where I find that something interesting to know. Okay, so now I will be moving fast. Firefox executed, there's some different parameters, the map size, handle, browser. Okay, I'm not finding any something which looks interesting to me. Then Teams application executed, some parameters passed, disable background time throttling. Okay, then coming down, I will be looking when you are doing the investigation in the endpoint related to the process executions. Please look for what you will be searching for, right? What I am searching for in these logs, I will be looking for the IPs traces, I will be looking for the domain traces, the URLs. Okay, some unknown file, some malicious abnormal file name, some user account name. Okay, if it's user account name, or what I can look for the port numbers and the commands. Okay, but I cannot see any commands. I'm seeing the parameters like looks usual to me. Okay, you will see differently, you will see something not like normal commands. Okay, so for example this looks normal, this looks normal. I will be deleting this, huh? So let's start deleting, because when you are checking timeline during an incident happen for a machine, you might see a lot of legit process also communicating, they also contributing a lot of alleged commands processes to be executed. But I'm not interested to look only look for legit files in the application executions. I will be looking some interesting commands which executed during the time period. Okay, so I will be removing these non looks legit command executions and the process executions. For example, I'm removing this at Teams. I don't not interested Teams. Okay, let me see Teams exe. Okay, executed username, app data, Microsoft Team. Okay, Microsoft Team. Then coming down, I'm excluding, I'm not reading this one. Okay, I can see is path, username omitted, so might be they're not showing the username. Okay, it's fine. Firefox, then I can see the Firefox again. I would say similar type of the parameters I will show you. For example, if I will be deleting all these Teams message, let me see deleted, you will see the similar command parameters like content proc, channel, right, child, browser, pref handle, map size. I'm not seeing anything which looks suspicious or interesting to me to check further. Okay, again this Teams came. I will be deleting this also. Teams feature. Okay, I'll be deleting till here, deleting everything. For example, delete. Okay, then again Firefox came. Okay, so might be the Firefox, why this Firefox is coming. So there is a possibility that Firefox is trying to connect to a URL. Okay, but we don't have that visibility to see the URL in this current logs. Maybe if we will be using the EDR may have the uh, that particular functionality to show you the URL also. But currently we are seeing the Firefox executed. I'm not seeing any URL name specifically in these logs, but I will be looking in. My interest is to find something interesting. Okay, then Firefox executed again. I'm not interested. Okay, then something. Okay, after. Okay, let's see now. Firefox is used. The browser activity we can see. Then what we can see else? We can see Firefox created a file. That means might be user downloaded this file. Maybe user browsing some websites or visited a websites where user downloaded some file. So we can see the process. Firefox created setup.nri-ng zx.zip.part 7. Yeah. So now we have some understanding that there is a Firefox activity. Let me start writing it also. Firefox created a file. Okay, then we can see some shortcut link also. After which process? Explorer created setup zip link. This is the shortcut link created by the Explorer. So maybe once they have tried to unzip the file, then in the content of the zip file are these like setup zip shortcut and download link shortcut. This is a string. We can decode this. Let me see. I will be decoding a normal URI decoder. I will be using. I will be searching on the Google. I will not showing to you, but let me still do it in the background. Google.com normal URL decoder. Okay, so what I can decode, where is it? Okay, so I decoded this file, download 3.link. Okay, this is the 3 in the bracket. Okay, then I will be deleting this also. Let me keep it like this. Created this. Explorer created another shortcut link. Then SVC host came again in the picture. SVC host executed some DLL application which is used to execute DLL, other DLLs. Then there is a process ID. Okay, and then run DLL. Then shell creating DLL embedding. Okay, DLL smart screen WinRAR username. Okay, we can see another executions where interesting belongs to this WinRAR called for the same file. Download setup.zip. Another file setup.zip. This was shortcut. Okay, so we can see setup.nri1zip.part is the first file. Second is setup.zip in the download folder of that user account. Then I think after executing that zip file, we can see the another shortcut link created. Soft token NSS freebill3 VCR runtime. Another multiple DLLs are created, and we have seen the DLL executions also. Just before that, coming down, I'm doing this, removing this. Another interesting command. Okay, executed. What is this? Executed CMD command prompt task kill for killing setup.exe force timeout 6 deleting the file. So it is trying to first it tried to execute it, and then it is trying to remove it through cmd. Okay, and this is through cmd setup delete program data dll and exit. See, the file exists in the program data, all dlls. It is trying to delete it and then trying to exit from it. Then we can see another command executed to kill the setup.exe process. Then timeout again. What else? I will be deleting all this. Okay, okay. Then some again, application app store related to the app store, and then background task connected to this IP 2192.152. Let me check the IP location also. Microsoft IP. Okay, so what I'm getting, what I'm analyzing, there is something happened. First, user visited a website through Firefox, downloaded a setup.zip file, and then we have seen some shortcut link created for the setup and downloads. Then another setup file identified here, and then multiple DLLs created, and then we have seen this file deleted. Okay, might be I am not able to conclude it 100%, but I have one thing which I will always recommending you to do is to research. Okay, so now I will be sharing my screen. Let's see which, maybe if similar investigation have been done in the past by any other known researcher, or if some known vendor have identified similar patterns, so we will get some hint, and if yes, then I think we can conclude it. Okay, as a part of the SOC investigation, you are not doing forensic, you should do the correlation. You know how to come to a conclusion, which is what is a true positive and what is a false positive. So now I'm sharing my screen again, another screen. Let me share screen. OBS. Okay, okay, no worries. I will show you now. This one, right? Transform fit to stretch. Okay, I will show you what I decode. I use this website for decoding it. I was checking the IP address here. Okay, it's green. Okay, now I will be looking for the commands which I detected from the logs. I will be going copying the same command. If I find something, maybe, I'm not sure if I'll get or not, but let's see. As you are doing the investigation, you have to refer the online blogs to conclude something sometime, or always. You are not a genius. Okay, it's wrong. Google.com, paste. Let's see. Okay, one thing is here. With our malware launcher, we can see some kind of malware activity. Let's see, let's try to match the activity if we have similar activity detected or not. So we can see once I execute this malware will not proceed to the. Okay, let me go from the starting. Okay, let's see if I find something belongs or related to the similar command. Okay, so we find this C Windows system32 task kill, that executable, the with our malware file. So we concluded, first of all, it's true positive, and this same log belongs to the vidar malware. Okay, So now you understand this is a true positive incident. Again, another true positive incident. How it works, we can refer this below. Okay, let me see read it for you. Okay, I will be reading from here. Vidar malware. The executable app.exe, in our case it was setup.exe, is the malware known as a Vidar, which is information stealer compiled in C++ capable of harvesting system information and data from a wide range of browser and other applications in the system. See, so if this particular malware infect your machine, they will steal all the information, the password stored in your browser, system information, and will send to the attacker. Once executed, this malware will not proceed to its malicious routine if the computer and the username of system is John, and this is the computer name and this is the username respectively, and if the following DLLs related to sandbox and every emails can upload into systems. We have seen similar kind of DLLs are loaded into machines. The Vidar samples were obtained which were all version 50.3 CNC open source. Okay, they identified these two mailbox email IDs, right? CNC communication. Before this stealing routine Vidar download dependency, we have seen this DLL downloaded also. Vidar created its own folder, say program data, and we have seen similar activity which try to delete all the DLLs also after accomplishing or executing it. Okay, we are not able to see the specific domain or the IOCs, but maybe if we will have more visibility into the EDR logs, or if we can see the activity from the EDR page on the process executed setup to which IP address the URL is communicated, we can conclude that as well. If you have any questions, guys, please feel free to share in the comment section. I will be giving the answer. If nothing, I will be considering you are good and you also understand how to work in a SOC and to conclude if any attack triggers for you as a true or false positive. I will be waiting for 1 minute, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comment section. Then I will be ending this call. Nothing? Okay. Enjoy your day. I will be coming again live with scenario number 3 and we will be discussing on that scenario also. Thank you and good night, guys. Take care.